Welcome back to Booze and the Rocks. My name is David Edwards, and today we are going to use these to make the New York Sour. But first, this. Alright, let's get into the history of the New York Sour. The New York Sour, which dates back to the 1870s, was created in Chicago by the same bartender who claimed to have created the Manhattan. And I'll put a link to there for that video. This drink was originally named the Continental Sour and then the Southern Whiskey Sour. It was also masqueraded for a while as the Brunswick Sour and Claret Snap. Regardless of what you call it, this drink begs the question of why bartenders were messing with a perfectly great whiskey sour. During that time period, a few sources reported that bartenders around Chicago were constructing sours with a Claret Snap. And the Claret Snap referred to any red wine, not just the red wine that you get from Bordeaux. And the term snap meant floating a bit of red wine on the top of the drink. The creator of the New York Sour said in an interview that the claret makes the drink look well and it gives a better taste. And it's a damn pretty drink too. Alright, let's get into making the New York Sour. First, I need my mixing glass. What we're going to do is we are going to add 2 ounces or 60 mils of a Buffalo Trace bourbon. You do have the option to use a rye whiskey instead. Again, that's totally up to you, and it is based on your preferences. We need 1 ounce or 30 mils of lemon juice. Again, fresh lemon juice is always the best way to go. Now, you could use concentrated lemon juice if you wanted, but I find you get better flavors this way, so this is just one of those things that I like to do. And again, whatever is easiest and best for you. Okay. And now we need 3/4 of an ounce of a simple syrup. And again, we're using our 1-to-1 simple syrup. Okay, easily enough to make. And I'll do a future video on how to make syrups. Now, the other thing that we need is 1 egg white. Egg white is optional. But because it's optional, I like doing it that way. And I also find it gives us a better froth, a bit of a better head. Okay, and you can save the egg yolks for something else that you want to do. Now we're going to do what's called a dry shake. Okay, you want to make sure that you've got a good seal on this. This is just because I want to break down the proteins of the egg, so I want to get a good emulsification. And again, like my gin fizz, which I'll place the thing up there, I got a good seal, but got a good seal. It's got a good grip. It is, however, not coming out of the top. Didn't want to come out. And one of the reasons that happens is you get a pressure buildup when the egg starts to break apart. Okay. When we add the ice that we're going to use to shake this, what happens is the cold will actually contract the vessel of the shaker and it will give us a better seal. And you can tell the difference because I didn't get a great big splashing of the juices all over my hand. Okay. So we are going to use a rocks glass. Okay. And I'm going to add a little bit of ice. And we're going to strain this. So the good thing about this is going to take a moment to give us a little bit of separation. And I need, to garnish this, I need half a lemon slice, not whatever that just was. And I'll jab this in here just on the side like so. Okay. But not only does that look really good, what I'm going to do now to finish this off, it wouldn't be a New York Sour if you didn't float some red wine on top. And I have here a Ruffino Chianti red wine that I had kicking around. And you're going to get to watch my very, very poor skills at opening up a wine bottle. Wine is not one of my things. Actually, there's a lot of things that are not one of my things. I can drink wine, but you know. And hopefully that wasn't too painful for you to watch, okay? So we need about half an ounce. All right, and what we're going to do is we are going to use the bar spoon to float it on top. And that should give us a beautiful look on top, and it should happen just below the line of the foam. There you go. The New York Sour. Let's give it a try. Do you tell me right now in the description down below, not the description, the comments down below, do you think the red wine will make the difference? Do you think different types of red wines will make differences? And what kind of red wine do you suggest we use? Oh, that's good. That really does change it. It's an interesting way to make the whiskey sour differently. I like this. This is good. Okay, I can see why they would have done that. The bourbon's not too strong. It's nice and sweet. The red wine, you get the flavors of the grapes coming through slightly. It just gives it a slight different red wine taste that you wouldn't get. You can taste the berries. You can taste, I'm sure, somebody's sandaled feet, whatever they were doing to the old style of crushing grapes. But you know what? I like this. I think you would too. If you're new here, please like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification, especially if you're new here, so you'll get notifications every single time I post a new video. I am going to put the ingredients in the description below. But if you didn't like this video, you didn't find it informative or entertaining, hit the thumbs down button twice. And we'll see you next time.